broadcasting from Long Beach State University, home of the national champions men's volleyball team. We are 22 West Radio, 88.1 KKJZ HD3, Long Beach, and 22westmedia.com.
All right, we are 22 West Radio. 22 West Radio is 22westmedia.com and 88.1 FM KKJZ HD3 Long Beach, Los Angeles.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and now our World Broadcasting Tag Team Champions of the World and our Cruiserweight Champion.
I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
And this is episode 102 of Beyond the Ropes. As always, I am your host, Ethan. Alongside with me, our analyst, James, right here. And, of course, on the controls, Rob Flores.
On the ones and twos?
On the ones, twos, threes, and fours.
Okay.
All the numbers, I don't know how that works.
That's as high as we can count.
Okay, for sure. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/Beyond the Ropes. You can give us a like over there. Rob just posted our last two episodes, I believe, earlier today.
Oh, did you?
In
I know
video
100
format.
was up.
Yeah, 101 was recently put up
Okay.
shortly before the show, I believe. We are also on Twitter at RealBTR Radio.
Mm-hmm.
That's Real BTR Radio and BTR Radio. There are two R's in it. You can follow us individually. Follow me at EthanNV95.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JHW Reporter, and I have to tease you about that in a minute.
And
Rob Flores Media.
on both, right?
Yep.
And you can follow me at EthanNV just on Instagram. I just posted a picture of us on my stories.
Now, did you see what happened there? I'm consistent.
I
We went over
ruined
this
the
last
flow.
week.
It's all right.
He's consistent. I go last night and I'm prepping this little teaser I'm doing. I made a little video.
Mhm.
I had it all scheduled on Twitter, and then I go to do it for Instagram,
Mhm.
and then I realize I got to do a whole different post
Mm.
because one of the three
Yeah.
doesn't have the same Twitter.
I keep
and
you on your
Instagram.
toes. I keep you.
Yeah,
The other
exactly.
Ethan's our unofficial member.
I'm like, so I'm like, all right, let me put this little extra time in for Ethan.
I've been meaning to change it. I've been busy. It's been finals here.
It's all good.
We've got another couple. I've got one more final due tomorrow. A video I have yet to edit, so it's gonna be a fun night for me. But once I'm done with that, just get through tomorrow and I'm good. So I know you're finished with finals.
I'm done. I'm still feeling the finals pressure for some reason. Like I still have a final. I don't know why.
Well,
but
they closed all the restaurants.
they
so,
do. We were scrambling.
Yeah, we had to eat. What did we have? We had the Nugget, which
We
is
went
good.
to the Nugget.
It's good, but we wanted other.
We're starving college students looking for something to eat. It almost didn't go very well.
It almost didn't. Rob finished last semester, so
I
he
think
just
I
showed
still
up.
have espresso shots in my veins from last semester.
That's hilarious.
Mood.
And we are also currently what platform are we on?
I
James?
believe we're on Periscope. It says
I hope
we're
it
live
is.
on my end. We'll check here in a minute, but
We'll check. Someone could check during the
I'll
commercial or
I'll
something.
check. I got some.
All right.
I can check.
Cool.
But anyways, we're getting to the end of the year. We have a great show ahead, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a pretty stacked lineup. I think we're gonna get to our biggest moments after the second commercial break.
Okay.
Maybe the first one, depending on how much we get through in this one. But let's start off with TLC,
Yes.
the last WWE pay-per-view of the year, and the last major, pay-per-view
Mhm.
in wrestling, I believe, in the year, because I think New Japan's done. They have Wrestle Kingdom in January. AEW has AEW Revolution in January, I think. NXT doesn't have, it's WWE, but they don't have anything. And I don't know, I think AAA just had their event over the weekend. By the way, before we get into predictions there, I don't know if we talked about it last week. Sin Cara showed up.
No. Where?
AAA, I think they have just happened this past
Yeah.
weekend.
Well, when we talked about it, he was released.
He was released. He showed up at AAA with the same name and the same mask.
Like he just walked across the street and just like
He literally
just showed up.
Yep. So I don't
Awesome.
know what kind of copyright infringement that could lead to.
We'll find out.
But
Well,
yeah,
he
we'll
showed
see.
up without a mask. Like he really had no guy on TV.
Yeah, exactly. So let's get into the TLC results. Last night was just an okay pay-per-view. I saw it today. I
Mhm.
was out doing stuff yesterday, but honestly, you mentioned it before the
Yeah.
show. You said it was gonna be
I heard a lot of people say it was a rather forgettable show.
pretty much.
Yeah,
I don't-
there was nothing to.
There wasn't anything too eventful. There was a couple
Yeah.
moments. They had its moments, but overall, it just wasn't kind of an end of the year type deal you would hope for.
Right.
Obviously,
I mean,
the holidays are around the corner.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's almost kind of expected at this point, and it's my understanding
Mhm.
is that they really didn't promote the show very much.
No,
And
they didn't.
didn't they have like 2 shows back to back? They had the not Super Showdown,
Crown Jewel?
Crown.
No.
They had a special, and then they had another like pay-per-view.
Well, they had
like,
Starcade.
That,
But
they
that
had that like
wasn't
2
really-
weeks ago, though, right?
But that wasn't a pay.
That wasn't-
That was a house show.
No, right. But what I'm saying is like they were too busy promoting all these other things. That
They had Survivor Series like 3 weeks prior.
Yeah, see, there's no build up. You got another month and a week. You got like 4 or 5 weeks before you even get to, what is it, Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
And that's what they're gonna start building up to now.
It's it's more. It's at least 6 weeks. So you got
Yeah,
time for
yeah.
that for sure. And
But-
it's a Rumble, so you
but-
don't even need that much.
But do you see how it's kind of the calendar's kind of weird,
Mhm.
where it's kind of like let's just jam the 3 shows.
You got to put in a December pay-per-view, so they put in TLC.
And I get it.
All right, let's just get through these prediction or results. We didn't even predict anything because
Nah.
half of these matches weren't even announced.
They were
last week.
that was part of it too. They
Yeah.
weren't announced.
So this was on the kickoff show. I did not see this match. However, I heard it was as good as their last match on Monday last
Mhm.
week. So definitely check that out if it's worth seeing. Humberto Carrillo defeated Andrade. Once again, at the end of the match,
That's right.
there was some tension
Yes,
between
there
Andrade
was.
and Zelina Vega. So I wonder what's going to happen there.
And to that, something to keep an eye on, folks, is and I've noticed this like weeks back, and I was watching a YouTube recap video, and they kind of said the same thing. Is that have you noticed that whenever they do an Selena Vega Andrade segment, it's
Mhm.
always followed up by an Aleister Black segment?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I've noticed that like months ago they did something like that, and I was like, oh. And then someone I was watching on YouTube said the same thing. Good mic work. Good mic work is the
Mhm.
YouTuber I'm referring to. But he said they've been doing that for like 7 weeks.
Huh. I
So-
didn't notice it. I mean, it didn't happen last night. It was.
I think he said it did. Like there was like it was not like a
Oh,
match,
maybe-
but there was like a
There
segment.
could have been some type of promotion.
Yeah.
Probably. Oh, okay.
But
I didn't see it. So
But
I don't
but
know.
it's weird how they kind of keep it close, and I wonder if we're gonna see a turn, if we're gonna see Vega go with her husband, who is
Right,
Aleister
that was
Black.
right.
So
Get
Right.
Charlotte involved.
we'll see how that plays out. What was that?
Get Charlotte involved.
Well, who
That's-
knows?
Oh, that could lead into a.
I mean,
good feud.
it's Royal Rumble. This is going to be one of your bigger pay-per-views of the year.
Do
Why
it at
not?
Mania.
Yeah,
Start building until Mania.
Yeah.
Planting the seeds.
yeah.
So take your time with it.
Something to keep an eye on. I think.
That should. I mean, that would be a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens with. We'll talk a little bit more about Aleister in a minute, but
Yeah, for sure.
we'll see where that. I don't see that feud going on.
No, I think it was a one-time thing, but it was a
Yeah.
really good match. The show kicked off with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship ladder match between the New Day taking on the Revival.
Mm-hmm.
Solid match. It's a ladder match. You're gonna get some good bumps.
Well, you got Kofi Kingston in a ladder match. Yeah.
Oh, he was doing some great stuff. He balanced on the ropes when they tried to push him off the ladder
Mhm.
and hit her like a DDT off them. There were good spots. Probably can't name them all, but
Is it safe to say that Kofi earns his money with that those spots that he does?
oh, without a doubt, give him a raise. Yeah,
You saw what I did there?
yeah. You're speaking of money, since I guess we're gonna bring it up right now. It's gonna save it till a little later.
I'm just
but-
teasing it. You don't gotta. You don't gotta.
No,
do
we'll
it
say it
now.
right now. We'll say it right now. Kofi, as of today, was announced. I guess.
Like within the last couple hours.
I don't think WWE officially announced it, but it was someone else did a
Bleacher
notable
Report put it out
notable
there.
company announced that Kofi has re-signed with WWE for at least another 5 years.
Yep.
Good for him.
He's currently 38 years old.
Oh, okay, so he's
Yeah,
still,
so-
he's still good.
I thought he was a little bit older, but 38. I mean, when was AJ's like 45? Something like that.
AJ's 41, 42.
41, 45. Same thing.
Well,
but
well,
Ray's 40.
Ray is
5.
45 for sure.
So I mean, you probably do
Age,
have an.
as long as you take care of your body, I don't.
Yeah. Well, at this
Once
point,
you hit the
yeah.
50 mark, then
Well, then
that's probably,
you're pushing it like Ric Flair, but
Yeah, once you hit like 50, I mean Triple H is what 50. You can
50,
still put on matches,
yeah.
but
Undertaker.
you start
But-
losing a little bit of your
Yeah.
rust for sure once you hit that age. But
But
you
I think
still
Kofi
go.
has another good 5 years, so we'll see.
At
We'll
least,
see.
yeah, for sure.
And I mean, we'll see how the spots play out over the next 5 years, and we'll see some.
As long as he stays healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, he was taking some bumps in this match, but he was the one that ended up grabbing the championships,
Yep.
won the match for his team. So New Day retained. Next match was the Aleister Black match taking
Boom, there it
on
was.
Buddy Murphy.
See?
It was a great wrestling match.
See how kind of close they were, in a way.
Well, I don't know how.
I mean,
but I know what
whatever.
you're saying. I mean, they're on the same show, so.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
but still, whatever.
Um,
Just play into it a little bit.
I'll see tonight's Raw if they have a
There
segment
you
back
go.
to back. Maybe
Then
we'll
you
see
text
them.
me immediately and be like, "Oh, James, you were right."
I probably won't watch it till tomorrow because
I'll wait for your text tomorrow. That's all right.
when I watch it, I'll let you know.
All right.
Aleister Black defeated Buddy Murphy with Black Mass out of nowhere.
Mhm.
This was without a doubt Black's toughest match since he's been on the main roster.
Mhm.
NXT he's had back
Right.
and forth matches, but on the main roster at least they've kept him pretty strong and unbeatable.
Yeah.
So in this match, Buddy Murphy was really working the jaw, and I believe Black even broke his nose because there was blood coming out.
Yeah.
Of it, and it was
Right.
kind of referenced a lot by King.
Yeah, I heard
Uh,
about that.
Yeah, I was like, because
Because they were going back and forth. One of them was saying the jaw, the other one was
Joe
saying,
and oh my God, Vic Joseph
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
referring to. They were trying to sell the jaw,
right,
like
and-
because that's what they were. That's what
Yeah.
Murphy was working on, and then King would keep bringing up his nose because he's bleeding.
yeah,
like,
right.
all right, well I guess
Right,
both
right,
of
right.
them technically, but yeah, I think the story was the jaw, but ultimately it was Buddy Murphy's jaw that would take the punishment
Mhm.
as he got a black mass. So that was a good match. So if that feud were to continue, which I don't think it is, but if it were, I mean, they'd have phenomenal matches.
Yeah.
In this next open challenge, the Viking Raiders defended their Raw Tag Team Championships against the OC. This match was
Man.
interesting. It ended in a double countout. Obviously, the fans weren't too pleased. This was sponsored by KFC.
Oh, I
You see
heard
the
about.
KFC
I
table?
heard about.
They had like, I don't know if they were actually fans, but there was like 4 or 5
They
fans.
had like two women, 2 men.
There was a table ringside. And they had the giant bucket, the $20 fill-up box of chicken and mashed potatoes. I wanted
mean,
KFC after this.
Whatever you gotta do to get an ad or whatever. I mean,
Ultimately, after the double countout, Viking Raiders put Carl Anderson through that table of chicken. Well, there wasn't any chicken.
yeah.
The fans grabbed their buckets.
Gotta
Yeah,
protect the chicken at all
yeah.
costs.
Yeah, so.
No, I mean,
match itself was
it's kind
fine.
of silly stuff. I mean, I saw them teasing that open challenge thing, and it could have been a good spot to bring some of the
People-
Usos or something.
That was a name being brought up,
Something.
Usos or some other team, but yeah, it ended up being the OC. So it's likely this feud will continue. The OC brought up the Best in the World trophy, in which they defeated the Viking Raiders.
Oh Lord.
That's the only Viking Raiders loss, so that feud will likely continue,
Okay.
I suspect. And I think there was even a brawl at the end. They were included in a brawl
Okay.
at the end of the show. King Corbin took on Roman Reigns in a tables, ladders, and chairs match. I was kind of doing stuff during this match, so I was just listening. 'Cause
Mhm.
It was just basic stuff you would normally see, I guess. Nothing major.
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler got involved, and then the Revival got involved, and then King Corbin's security got involved. So it took about 10 people to take down Roman Reigns, but King Corbin ended up picking up the victory with the end of days, excuse me. And yeah. I mean,
Oh yeah, tables, ladders, and chairs matches are pinfall. They're not.
well, if there's no title, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it happened.
Yeah,
King
it's very
Corbin
kinda
got
dumb.
another victory over Reigns, so this feud's going to continue for sure.
Me.
So, yeah, nothing really exciting come out of that match. It was, as a tables, ladders, and chairs match, it was a pretty basic.
Yeah.
I mean, they used weapons and stuff, but it was a pretty basic match overall. Next up, an interesting match. The Miz took on Bray Wyatt.
Mhm.
This wasn't The Fiend. This was Bray Wyatt from the Firefly Funhouse. Bray came out to the Firefly Funhouse theme with the Universal Championship
Right.
and his sweater.
Yeah, the blue title, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And for 90% of this match, he did not attack Miz or use any type of
Yeah.
offense. He was kind of taking the punishment. I think he wanted to calm down the Miz for part of it. Ultimately, he hit two Sister Abigail's on the Miz, one outside, and then when Miz got it back in the ring, went inside the ring, and then he apologized to the Miz right after beating him.
So it's kind of like a heckle and jive kind of.
Yes, that was brought up
approach
for sure. And then the Fiend showed up on the screen.
Okay.
And Bray said, "Okay, I'll do it," and kind of saw the dark side, the villainous Bray Wyatt. He brought out the giant, the hammer or whatever he used on the Funhouse, and the lights started to go out. And as they came back on, Daniel Bryan was there, hit a running knee, and revealed his new look.
His old look.
His new old look.
His new old look.
Yeah. He's got the shaved head again. Of course, the last time we saw Daniel Bryan, the Fiend had ripped out the hair from his head. So we got to see a new look for Daniel Bryan, and he kind of left Bray Wyatt as he was going to hit him. He's going to hit him with the hammer. Bray disappeared because of the lights going out. So
that's probably...
It's a Rumble feud.
I guess, yeah, that'll take us to Rumble, I guess.
Yep. For sure, so that should be exciting. Next up, our favorite storyline of the year. Talk about best of 2019.
No.
This is Rob's favorite storyline right here. Bobby Lashley took on Rusev in a tables match. The best part of this feud happened. The best part of this feud happened last night during the video package. It was the TMZ theme.
Okay.
So the video package was literally something you would see on TMZ. They had the logo. They had like the guy voicing all the stuff.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was. If you're gonna watch anything, watch the package, the video package.
And obviously that's a play off of Rusev and Lana announcing
And the divorce and stuff. Well, everything that happened, they
Right,
mentioned they mentioned all the scandal or whatever, scandal and stuff. So it was actually entertaining. The match itself was what it was. You know, nothing too great. Ultimately, Lashley put Rusev through a table after Lana got involved, picking up that victory.
Where the heck do they go from here?
I don't know, but as we were going on the air, Bobby Lashley and Lana, I believe, were going to start a celebration.
Oh, Jesus.
So.
I thought you were going
Oh, well, it could lead to something else. Who knows?
I was like, oh, no. Not another Edge and Lita segment.
Main event time, Women's Tag Team Championships. The Kabuki Warriors took on Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. This was a messy match.
Yes, it was.
It was messy. It could be either good or bad. I mean, depending on how you look at it. It's tables, ladders, and chairs match, so it's going to be...
it's supposed to be chaotic.
It's supposed to be chaotic, but
it got a little...
It got a little out of control.
Yeah.
Kyrie possibly injured. I think she did send out a tweet with a thumbs up, so she appears to be okay, at least for the most part. She might have suffered a concussion. That was a rumor going around. She took some nasty bumps.
Yeah, for the video, like even when you just look back at the videos, they weren't pretty.
There were some decent spots in this match. Ultimately, Asuka ended up winning the match, grabbing those titles. Closing out the show, however, there was a giant brawl between Corbin, Reigns, and a bunch of the members of the roster. And yeah, that was TLC in a nutshell. It was, as you mentioned, a forgettable event. There were some fun moments, but overall, didn't really need to happen. So, anyways, we got to hit a commercial break. So when we return, we're going to get into some NXT, AEW ratings, and a little more conversation of the best of 2019. This is our last show of the year.
The year is almost over already.
I know. 2 more weeks, right? 2, 3 more.
Something like next week's Christmas, 2 weeks.
For sure.
Next week's Christmas.
So, we are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk, and we'll be right back.
If you're listening,
You're listening to 22 West Radio, the new home of K-Beach. And if you're listening on your desktop or through our website, you may want to take us along for the ride anywhere you go.
I think it's
so
I think it's
simple
live.
to do.
You want
All
to check
have
on
to
your
do
thing?
Is download the free
Oh, the hearts.
X
Thank you
app
guys.
from the
I
App Store.
appreciate it.
Then when you install
should be live.
It should be. I texted it myself,
Type the
so
number
we'll see.
22 in the search box, and then hit the star to favorite it. That way, 22 West Radio will always be at the top of your feed.
I'm not lying on here.
It's Radio FX.
There's
It's free
Ethan.
at the App Store. Do it today.
And there's Rob dresses fancy.
He's got his other show. Actually.
Everyone's waving back at you.
Está el Museo de Arte Latinoamericano, una organización non-profit que expande el
You don't have a show?
conocimiento y la apreciación del arte latinoamericano moderno y contemporáneo, y es el único museo en los Estados Unidos que está dedicado a presentar este tipo de arte. El museo tiene
What were you
una
planning? Did
colección
you have any
permanente
plans?
con más de 1,600 obras
It
de
was
arte.
unexpected.
Hasta mayo 12 tiene la
Apparently they
exhibición La
didn't
Huella
know they had,
Múltiple, que
something
busca
else
reunir
next.
las mejores obras gráficas producidas por
Something else quick that
artistas
they didn't
cubanos,
know.
populares y emergentes. Para
okay.
conseguir más
Pues,
información, se pueden
booked out on Monday.
I mean, we do, but like,
The corner
what
of
else could you be
7th
booked for?
Street and Alameda is the Museum of Latin American Art, a non-profit organization
Talk about your best shows of
that extends
2019,
knowledge and
bro.
appreciation of modern and
Honestly, just
contemporary
do a
Latin
recap.
American art, and is the only museum in the United States that is dedicated to presenting this kind of art. The museum has a permanent collection of more than 1,600 works of art. Until May 12th, they have the exhibition La Huella Múltiple, or the Multiple Print, which seeks to gather the best graphic works produced by popular and emerging Cuban artists. For more information, you can go to their website at
How much time do we
mola.org.
have on commercials still?
The ID now. It's like 10
Hi, this is
10
Cassius,
seconds.
and this is Hui. We're the hosts of Listomania, and you're listening to 22 West Radio.
That's not the French one? Oh.
And we are back with Beyond the Ropes. I'm Ethan,
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
and we are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. This is episode 102, and this is going to be our last episode of the year. So be sure to follow us on Twitter at RealBTRRadio, where we will give you updates on when you'll find us on air once again. Sometime in January or early February, right? I don't.
Yeah.
Think we're gonna have a
I
winter?
think they had it. No, I think no. Well, for sure not next week. We're off next week.
For sure, we're off next week and the
And-
following week because I think it's holidays.
So we're not gonna come in on Christmas.
No, I don't think we're gonna have a Christmas.
I thought we were gonna come in. We were gonna like
Oh, we're
have a
gonna
little
open
dinner.
presents or what?
We could open presents and.
Where's the tree?
And.
There's lights outside,
We're,
I see.
we're saving that for Christmas.
Oh,
it's still
dear.
growing.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, so follow us on Twitter at RealBTRRadio. You can follow me at EthanEnvy95 and on Instagram at EthanEnvy. There you go.
You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. Thank you guys for the hearts. On Periscope, I'm on Periscope as well.
Periscope
you
right
can
now.
also follow me on Periscope at JHW Reporter,
We're live right now on Periscope.
Rob Flores Media.
There you go.
on Instagram and Twitter, but not Ethan. Ethan
No,
needs
no,
two
no, I'm
different.
special.
Yeah,
You gotta separate.
You need to get your
I think
things.
it's all good.
You need to get your social media life in order, sir.
You can find Beyond the Ropes, all 101 episodes this morning. That's a lot to say. 101 episodes
Yep.
this morning on YouTube have been uploaded. So that's crazy.
For those of you who are on Periscope right now, send in your best moments of 2019 that you liked.
Or
in
send in
the-
questions. Well, that's
Or you
questions.
can send in questions. We'll send in questions. Ethan's here.
I'm here. Rob's
and
there.
Rob is there.
All right.
We'll answer any questions you guys have.
NXT AW ratings. They tied last week.
That I kind of find that hard to believe.
778.
Even
Both.
I don't
Tied.
know. I have
What?
a hard time believing that.
Well, I'm sure DVR numbers after that.
But to be that dead even.
Something. I don't know what's going on there, but they tied.
But it's good. But that's good though.
That's good.
Because it really plays into, fans who have an appreciation for both shows. I think this was like the first second show since Survivor Series for NXT.
Second show, yeah.
So I'm sure that kind of helped to boost that number up. I think last week they won the rating,
They won 2 weeks in a row, and then I believe
and then they
W might have beaten them a little bit, just a little bit
Okay.
after, and then I think this week was a tie.
But it's competitive. I mean, it's still early. You haven't seen wrestling in a long time. Well, good deal. Thanks for still hanging out with us. I'm talking to people on Periscope.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, I mean, I think that says something. If the ratings are even, people are liking it. I wonder how much of that is people going back and forth. I wonder if they
Yeah,
count.
possibly.
I know that was kind of an issue back in the day with Raw and Nitro,
Mm-hmm.
where I don't know if it's really being accounted for. All the people flipping back and forth.
Well,
so
here's the thing. These days, people could just watch. They could record one.
Yeah.
Especially these days, you can record one and just watch
watch
it later.
the other.
That's
true.
For me, NXT is what appears at 5 o'clock here. AEW I get it at 8 o'clock. However, I don't watch it live, and I think last week I only missed. Yeah, I'm only behind 1 week. And apparently, for Spectrum customers,
Mhm.
it went dark.
Oh.
I'm a Spectrum customer.
Oh wait,
so
for
the
for-
provider, yeah.
no for was it for
TNT. TNT
I
went
heard
dark.
I heard something about that.
TNT went dark,
I-
so I haven't seen it yet. So I don't know. I'm assuming it must have gone dark for me because I'm a Spectrum.
Oh, and so it's not even on your DVR.
I have it on my DVR. I think the first 45 minutes are there, but I think it might just go black or something after that. I don't know.
And they didn't. It had to have been
So-
addressed. We'll have to look it up for sure.
I don't
so
know.
We had a question on Periscope from, I believe it was I Love Pizza.
Oh, awesome.
I Love Pizza too. We were actually debating if we were going to get pizza earlier.
Mhm.
He asked if you think WWE today is watered down compared to what it was back in the WWF days in the 90s.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Personally, yes and no.
Yeah.
If you're talking about storylines, if you're talking about certain aspects of it, for sure. I mean, it's a PG product now.
Yeah.
It was TV-14 20 years ago. These days, I think you have more liberties in the ring. There's more athletic individuals.
That's true.
You're putting on far riskier moves, for sure. You're doing
In today's?
in today's aspects.
Okay.
I mean, even back then, you're
Yeah.
doing hardcore stuff, but these days it's more athletic.
I think
ability.
that's true. That
I mean,
is
you
true.
see a lot of Canadian destroyers in every match. I mean, that's putting your neck in.
Yeah.
And
I still pop every time. I saw Petey
Oh, yeah,
Williams on
totally.
Impact like last week,
Yeah.
and when I saw him do that, I pop for it every time.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you even do that? But no, I mean, for
it depends. I mean, on certain things. I think definitely back then there wasn't as much protection. I should say, I guess. Because these days, I mean, we mentioned
Yeah,
Kyrie Sane
right.
potentially had a concussion last night.
right.
You don't want that to continue. 20 years ago, they continued the match, probably regardless.
So, for like even the Aleister Black match, because I know like at any other point this year they would run out the minute someone's bleeding. Were they running out, or
No.
the refs put the gloves on or whatever?
I mean, you generally, if it's just like a broken nose, they're still okay. You just see the
but-
ref put on
yeah,
the
he
gloves.
did put on the glove though. Okay.
But that's about it. Like, you're not
Right,
going
right.
to stop the match.
I remember, well, in NXT, I think when Samoa Joe and Finn
that
Balor
happened. He was
were.
bleeding a lot, though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
It wouldn't
yeah.
stop.
Okay.
So that.
It just varies,
Yeah.
case by case. But do I think it's watered down? Maybe a little bit. Again, it's more of a PG thing now.
I think
You gotta please advertisers and whatnot. But
it's more
it's more kid friendly. They have more superheroes on.
Mhm.
I think in the Attitude Era when you had The Rock, you had Stone Cold, and my guy Bret Hart, which I know Ethan loves.
Trash. It's my guy Shawn Michaels.
And Shawn Michaels too. I mean, but
DX, yeah.
but that was like the Wild Wild West back then.
They
to
could
be
do whatever
honest,
they want. And
They needed to do whatever they want, so
They were in a war.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, we have a war here today, but it's not as competitive. I mean, you kind of want
It is
everyone
in a way
succeeding.
when you get the ratings. So I mean,
Yeah, but you kind of want it. Behind the scenes, the wrestlers are all friends with.
oh,
each
I mean,
other.
they're all friends. I mean,
So-
they're all still going to be hanging out.
Yeah, for sure. So
So is it watered down? I would say a little bit. It's still good. It's kind of like when you get there are going to be some slow moments.
I think you got better wrestling matches today.
It's just when it's good though. Like when it's good, it's good.
It's
like
matched, I think.
Like yeah.
Without a doubt.
Like for me, like even if you don't watch any wrestling the whole year, you always need to watch WrestleMania because WrestleMania never disappoints.
That's a spectacle for sure.
I feel like WrestleMania never will disappoint.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it is.
So, AEW and NXT. Speaking of them, they're gonna have a big card this week. So I'm gonna list off some of the matches here for AEW Dynamite.
Okay.
It's gonna be the Lucha Bros taking on Kenny Omega and Hangman Page in a tag team match.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Cody and Darby Allin taking on the Butcher and the Blade, who attacked Cody a couple weeks ago, making their debut. Then we have for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, SoCal Uncensored or SCU. I know you always go crazy.
Is that Marco Stunt?
No, that's Kaz and Scorpio Sky
Oh, okay.
taking on the Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the AEW Women's World Championship #1 contender, it's Chris Statlander.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long name. Taking on Dr. Britt Baker. And
Okay.
also, I believe, Chris Jericho. Is that this week? I believe that's this week. It's Chris
This was a title
Jericho.
match, right?
Chris Jericho versus Jungle Boy. So, featuring Marcus
That's right.
Stunt,
And so
Jurassic
and
Express.
Jungle Boy is
the
son
of Jack Perry.
Right, and I heard that being a possibility, maybe putting the belt on him to kind of.
Possibly. I mean, they haven't really done anything.
Is he a legit contender? Like, is he
No.
a champion, or is it just like?
No, I don't think it's. I mean, he's a good worker for sure,
Right.
but
He's not the man.
He can't be the man.
they
Not yet.
haven't not yet. They didn't build him up. They've been losing.
Okay.
At least on Dynamite. I don't know about Dark.
And I heard something about. Didn't they turn on Marco Stunt? I heard something about that. No. Maybe they're
No, they seem fine.
playing into the storyline.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't seen last week.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
won't
yeah.
see last week because it's dark for me.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But anyways, next up, let's talk about Marty Scurll, the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of a former Elite member,
Yep.
he showed up at NWA Into the Fire this past weekend, the official pay-per-view for the NWA,
Mm-hmm.
and had a standoff with Nick Aldis. So,
Okay.
what is
Right
that?
into the title picture.
Mhm.
Not bad.
However, apparently he appeared on the Ring of Honor TV tapings the next night as well. So he's a free agent apparently or something.
Because he was with New Japan.
He was with Ring of Honor.
He was with Ring of
And
Honor.
apparently the rumor going around was his contract was up November 30th. And he was likely to appear in AEW obviously because he is
Yeah.
there. But as of now, he has worked out some type of working relationship with NWA and did appear at the Ring of Honor tapings yesterday.
Hmm.
So I don't know what his status is. It could be short term. It could be he might sign a new deal maybe. Or maybe he's just working around every company he could find.
Yeah, I mean, because I think there is supposed to be a storyline, or he's in a faction with, we kind of talked about earlier, with PCO,
Uh-huh.
who just won the ROH title.
Villain Enterprises.
Yeah. So who knows where that goes, especially when they're putting a rocket on PCO's back, giving him the title, putting him at the top of the card. So we'll see if Marty will fit into that at all. Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And PCO was like 55 or something.
I saw that. I was
He was like
what?
he was Quebecer like in the 90s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was the one with the eye patch.
Interesting.
I had to look it up to confirm, but yeah.
Nice.
And now he staples his lip for promos.
Oh, you sent me that. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What is that?
I mean, you do what you got to do. I mean,
I guess.
while WWE may be watered down a little bit, some other organizations are not watered down.
In Jim Cornette's words, it's not show wrestling.
It's
He's entertaining to listen to.
he sure is.
I mean, whether you agree with him or not, he's out of control.
yeah, sometimes that's all it is a gimmick.
Yeah. Kofi Kingston, I guess we can briefly talk about it. We got a few more minutes before our next break. Was handcuffed and hanged.
That's right.
I guess technically on the ring post
On the
last
ring
week.
post, yeah.
And people were kind of making a little bit of a deal, a little
Mhm.
fuss. Felt that maybe it was a little too much.
Yeah.
Could have been a racial type thing.
I can see that. I can see how people can be playing it, how people can see it that way. But again, I think Kofi, I would imagine, is one who, if he felt that was the case, or felt like the storyline was going in that direction, at least on that night, he would have said something. So if he wasn't comfortable doing it, he wouldn't have done it. So
Yeah, I agree.
So I can understand where people are coming from, but at the same time, I don't think Kofi, especially with the support of Big E and Xavier Woods, they wouldn't have let that go. I mean, you saw that they'll speak their mind. When they weren't happy
for
with
sure.
Hulk Hogan coming back and everything else, so those guys aren't afraid to speak their mind. So
Yeah, and also, I mean, people were making the point they did the same thing to Roman Reigns the week
Yeah.
prior, so
Yeah.
it's like a lot of people were saying, well, if it were a one-time thing, they'd be upset.
Right,
But it
right.
happened twice already. It's like, well, they're just going out what they did
Yeah.
last week. So,
Right.
yeah, and it's not like it was a direct attack on Kofi. It was
Mhm.
obviously Roman came out and they attacked Roman as well, so it wasn't anything specific. So, yeah, take it as you will, I guess. And we're going to hit another commercial break, our last commercial break of the hour. And when we return, we're going to get into our 2019 in review, some of our favorite moments, maybe even some of the worst moments.
ooh, I haven't even thought about the worst.
I haven't
moment.
thought about it either, so
You
probably
can-
not. Just some of the highlights of the year overall.
Yeah, you could probably put Bobby Lashley and Lana in there.
No, I put that on the best moments.
Oh no, we'll discuss it
All
during
right.
break.
When we return,
Jesus.
the best and possible worst of 2019, right here
Depends on who you ask.
on Beyond the Ropes.
Apparently.
What?
Shake my head.
Oh, worst moment? Bret Hart appearing on AEW.
Stop it!
Killed the
Get
brewing
ready,
company.
because I'm
No.
telling you to tune in to 22 West Radio
No.
every Monday night
The
at 6
nerve.
p.m.
Held their
Pacific.
title.
As
Oh.
myself,
He presented
Ralph
the title.
Flores,
He
James
tarnished
Williams,
And he
Ethan
bo- and he
Ortiz
boosted
discuss
the
everything
ratings.
related to the
Boosted
professional
what? It was the
wrestling
pay-per-view,
industry.
wasn't it?
That was great!
Still.
Quiet, McMahon, I'm trying to
They
work
lost
this.
the
So don't
ratings.
miss a
for
single
2 weeks.
episode of Beyond
Yeah,
the
now,
Ropes.
but when the farther they move away from Bret Hart
Oh,
being
yeah.
on the show, of course the ratings are gonna go down. You gotta bring them back. Here we go.
Hi,
Oh, we're back
I'm
already?
Christian, Chief Engineer for 22 West Radio.
We're going back on the
I
air
want
here
to
in a
wish you
minute.
a
If you guys have any
fantastic
questions,
holiday
send
and
in
New
your
Year.
questions.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you for tuning in.
Ethan said thank you for tuning in. Why you do this?
22 West is an independent media company broadcasting from the Cal State campus in Long
I didn't know
Beach
there
all
was
the way
two
to
other
Los
ones.
Angeles. Our platform currently serves a diverse community of over 36,000 students looking for great deals, awesome events, and delectable food.
I forgot. I told you. Are
Advertising
you just
with
talking about?
22
No, you're
West
talking
presents a
about
massive
NXT too,
opportunity
right?
for local businesses to reach our campus,
Like
community,
wrestling.
and
Yeah.
beyond.
Oh, okay.
If
It doesn't
you're
have to be
interested in
WWE then.
advertising
No.
with us and becoming the talk of the campus,
Okay.
reach out to
That's
sales
fine. I
at
have to give this up.
22westmedia.com.
So what are
for
you?
our
What are you
rates.
gonna? Are you gonna go
We
in
look
order?
forward to seeing what 22 West
Yes,
can
I know.
do
I'm
for
just
you.
going to go by specific things and kind of go through stuff.
Okay.
This is Danny Lemos, host of Mornings on the Beach. I'd like to wish you and your family and your extended pet family a very happy and healthy holiday season.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
And we're back on Beyond the Ropes. We are BTR Pro Wrestling Talk. I'm Ethan.
I'm James.
And how come Rob, you didn't record one of those jingle?
Yeah, why don't you guys
Christmas, yeah.
bring me? I'd
That was
sing a.
SpongeBob, right? In the end?
I think so.
I'd sing a Christmas song. I mean, I don't know any lyrics, but
No, just give me a paper and I'll read off.
yeah, give me a paper. I'll read it.
All right. So, as always, Twitter, Real BTR Radio,
Mhm.
at EthanNV95,
And
and Instagram, at EthanNV.
at JW Reporter on everything,
Flores Media.
on everything.
On
Hmm,
YouTube,
Hmm.
search up Beyond the Ropes and you'll find, now we can say over 100
Over 100
episodes.
episodes.
101 as of today, so exciting stuff.
That's a long time.
A lot of episodes. 2019.
Yes, it's almost over. See it.
We did a number of things this year, including adding James as a third
I'm
member.
the third man.
You're the third man.
I'm
You're
the third man.
you're more like the X-Pac of the NWO.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
You're the.
As long as I don't
Well, go
rip
ahead.
something, but did you know, no, okay.
That's
Okay.
not. That did not happen this year. We cannot add
No,
it to the list of
don't.
best of 2019.
I wouldn't share that story on the air anyways.
Poor X-Pac. He's doing well.
He's done well for himself, though. I'd
He's
say.
in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
and
he's gonna go in
twice.
again. There you go.
2 years in a row.
So,
Good for him.
You do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that was an announcement. NWO is
Yeah.
going into the Hall of Fame next year. Batista is joining them.
And we haven't gotten anything this week.
No, they were just doing that last week to sell
That's
tickets.
dumb.
No, they gotta sell tickets. They want people to buy.
How many tickets did they sell?
I don't know. They probably
Yeah.
sold out for all I know.
Mm,
We'll see.
we'll see.
What else? We hit our 100th episode 2 weeks ago.
Yes, we did.
That was a big venture for us. We
Yes.
started. Well, we drafted. We haven't started.
We haven't started yet.
We'll probably wait until the new year, honestly,
Yeah.
because so much stuff's happening. But
I-
2020 to look forward to. We'll talk about that toward the end of the show. But
Okay, real quick.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry to interrupt. We're on a schedule here and stuff, but
Yeah.
who needs a schedule anyways? Can we make a Royal Rumble prediction?
we'll be on the. Are we gonna be? I don't know.
We don't know
We
that.
might not be on the.
Make
air.
a
Date does
prediction.
it land on?
The
I don't know.
26th.
Just make a prediction.
January.
Right before that Monday?
We guys just pick
It's the end
somebody.
of the month. Oh, you want us to pick a winner?
Well, I mean, yeah,
There's
based
like
on a
6 weeks to
storyline,
build.
or who is someone you want to see strive and live their best life in 2020?
Shayna's winning the women's match, or Ronda.
Shayna's gonna. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think Ronda's gonna, because Ronda can just come back whenever and she'll be a contender.
She could get
She
back
could.
that Raw title.
She
from
could, but
It's gonna be
but
one
there's
of
already a
those-
feud built in there.
There's
She
two
could
right
just
there.
kind of.
There's two women's picks. I don't know for men.
I'll go with Shayna. I guess I'll agree with you on Shayna.
Yeah. Okay.
For the men, I think it'll be. No.
He's out for a
stop
year.
it.
Shouldn't he be back by then?
No, it's a
Not
a year-long injury.
not the start of the new year. A whole year.
He's only been out for a couple, like 2 months.
I think.
Kofi? No, it's not gonna be Kofi.
I think they'll have to do something with Andrade.
No, it's too soon. They haven't built him.
Yeah, but
Drew McIntyre.
what better way to?
I could see Drew winning that.
I could too, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
Neither would I, but it's.
I would say Corbin would win it, but he's got the king thing.
No.
He doesn't need any.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'd be shocked.
You know what? You kind of almost have to, because what? Have people been very happy?
Roman? No.
Because people have been happy with the last Royal Rumble picks, right?
Were they?
I don't remember who the last one was. Well, I don't remember anyone booing other than the last time Roman won.
Yeah.
Which
so
I'm saying is we're almost due for a bad
villain.
Yes, because it has to be someone people don't like just to keep it even. Because it can't always be a feel good moment.
No, it shouldn't.
You know what I mean?
That's why Shane doesn't win.
Well, then it depends who the champions are. Well, it's gonna be the Fiend.
The Fiend.
And Brock.
Shoot, that could be any face.
Well, so it has to be a face either way.
It's gonna be Roman or
NXT.
Seth. No, Seth's heel now.
We haven't even talked about Seth.
We'll talk about Seth right now.
Okay. Anyways, I was just bringing it up. If you guys, it's hard to.
I don't know.
It's a long ways away.
Drew McIntyre is my pick, I guess. I don't know.
I'll go with Andrade just because.
What if they include NXT?
Oh, it could be someone from NXT.
It's gonna be Adam Cole.
Actually, I think it'll be Keith Lee.
No, it's too soon.
No, I'm going with Keith Lee. I'm changing my pick. NXT's Keith Lee will
Matt
win the Royal.
Riddle. Matt Riddle, Brock Lesnar.
No, why do people think Riddle would be a good option to beat Brock Lesnar?
Because he's an MMA fighter.
So what? I could have been an MMA fighter too.
You're not.
But if I was.
And Matt Riddle looks like a.
I know he doesn't.
He looks like he could.
No, he doesn't.
He's in great shape. Have you seen him?
No. I have. Keith Lee's going to win the Royal Rumble. He's going to challenge Brock Lesnar.
He's going to be challenging for the NXT title.
No, didn't he lose the number one contenders match?
Yeah, but he'll be challenging it for the next guy.
So you got Finn Balor and Adam Cole.
That's right. That's happening on Wednesday, by the way.
On Wednesday?
Yep.
They're not doing that on a thingy?
Nope.
Why not?
Because they're competing with AEW.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Adam Cole's going to retain because that's opening the show.
Is Keith Lee the hottest thing in NXT right now?
No, it's in this video.
Oh,
come on,
Lord. I was asking the wrong person. Jesus.
And he got pinned last week by Finn Balor, so that's the hottest thing. Finn mentioned it in a promo. He's been hot for 2 weeks, so there you go.
Who?
Well, Keith
Lee?
Yeah, like that's he's been hot for 2 weeks. That's all.
The future's bright.
Yeah, it is. But right now, it's.
I don't know what his timetable is. I think he might be a little older.
Possibly.
I don't know. Just to follow up, I know I'm throwing a lot of random stuff at you.
Mm-hmm.
John Morrison, did you watch The Bump at all? I didn't get a chance to watch that.
I watched it all. It was great.
What did he say? What does he?
He talked about he's excited to return. The Miz was on the camera or whatever. He was on the screen.
Like, what do you mean?
The Miz.
Like they're live,
They were
like talking live?
Yep. They talked about the dirt sheet. They talked about tag teaming.
I think they're not going to do it just because they did that there.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But John Morrison was seen at the Performance Center.
Yes.
Some pictures over the weekend.
I heard about that.
Yeah, hopefully at some point. So.
Where do you think he lands? Did they say where he was going to?
No.
Okay.
It's going to be a surprise. Probably the Rumble, honestly.
I watched, yeah, he might be at the Rumble. I don't think he wins.
No.
Just another side note, I watched the Stone Cold interview with Goldberg. I thought that was pretty interesting. Go check it out if you haven't already. I did finish the Undertaker one earlier this week. That was a good one, especially because many people thought the Undertaker would never talk out of character. Go listen to both of those. They're both great. Now let's go into the best moments of the year, because I know I've held you up long enough.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes now. You're killing the show here. This is the last show of the year.
I thought that's what I was brought in here for, was to fill time.
Oh, dear. You feel too much time. No, we were actually on time today.
Just put it on the check.
Yeah.
We get paid for this, right?
I don't think so.
There's no money?
No, there's no budget here. AEW.
I thought the show made money once it hit 100 episodes.
I haven't seen any of it, so.
Rob's holding it on.
Yeah, exactly. Buying some new shirts every week. AEW.
Is that you?
What?
Aren't you the one buying new shirts every week?
Well, I'm talking about this fancy stuff.
Not as fancy as Jerry the King Lawler. Let's put a plug out there. The t-shirts,
those Ed Hardy shirts.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
AEW kicked off in January with the announcement by Cody. And,
that was in January.
That was in January. Jericho announced he deflected from WWE. Not technically.
Yeah,
but
right.
He left.
But it sounds better that way.
Yeah, and AEW had a stellar first year.
Yes, it did.
The death of Dean Ambrose became the
I was like,
rise
Jesus,
of
wait,
Jon Moxley.
I was like, wait, what?
They killed him off on WWE television.
They did.
And then they brought him. He was reborn.
It was
as
very,
Jon Moxley.
respectful though.
It was surprisingly.
Yeah.
Renee Young's,
Well, yeah, I mean.
And they want him. They want him back if he wants to come back.
Sure.
The rise of Jon Moxley, who wreaked havoc in New Japan, won the U.S. title there.
Yeah.
He's now feuding, kind of in the feud with Jericho.
Went through a glass table.
Had a feud with Kenny Omega. Did a whole bunch of mud show wrestling stuff.
He's done a lot.
For sure. He reinvented himself. Speaking of reinventing himself, Chris Jericho reinvented himself.
Yes, he did.
He brought a little bit of the bubbly.
I know, that's your favorite thing. Everyone's gotten their orders. I've seen it all online now, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting their shipment in. I haven't heard anyone review the actual drink. I think a lot of people are actually kind of waiting for New Year's, actually.
Possibly.
So, we'll probably get some reviews coming in on the bubbly at that time.
For sure.
Are there any differences between Jericho's and Chavo's
And Chavo's what?
drink?
I don't know. I didn't know Chavo
had a drink.
Like back in the day or recently?
Oh, I didn't know. Well, good for Chavo.
I didn't know that.
Speaking of Jericho, once again, he is the inaugural AEW champion and has remained the champion throughout the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So, good for him. Also, we got to see the rise of some talents.
Yes, we
My
did.
favorite, Marco Stunt.
I did not think you were going to go there, but yes, Marco Stunt.
Give him one nice little plug.
He's
the Jurassic Express. We mentioned Jungle
He's
Boy.
he's had a big rise.
He literally. I mean, yeah.
Probably doing it.
Not physically, but but literally. He had a moment with Jericho. He insulted him. Called him a child.
Sad. Oh, was that the backstage segment?
Yeah. He's like telling him to put on the shirt.
Who's this child?
He's like, how old are you? Like 23. I'm like, wait, really? But that was a funny moment. So yeah, AEW finally giving some competition to WWE. That
I think when you look back at it though, sorry to cut you off, that's probably the biggest storyline of 2019. Is there's like so many wrestling, not just AEW, WWE, but
Impact has been on the rise once again.
Impact is doing its thing.
NWA came back to fruition.
Yes, it has. I mean, you have options now.
Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of different places, and New Japan Pro Wrestling
There's
now
New
has
Japan,
an American base.
ROH. There's a lot of no.
A little bit.
The man stapled his mouth.
That's what they have to do to get viewers.
I mean, whatever. I guess
They could have just had Steve-O join there.
It could have. I mean,
yeah.
You might as well.
I forgot what I was gonna say, but that's right. We'll move on. Championships. The Women's Tag Team Championships in WWE were brought this year in February, won by Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Was the NXT UK was this year or no? Probably, I think the end of last year maybe.
It was the end of last year, so. But it was on the rise. They had their first takeover in January as well. But the Women's Tag Team titles were then won by the Iconics.
And they've been anything but since.
Unfortunately.
Sadly.
They're my favorite, but
one of them got married to
an AEW star, Sean Spears.
Yeah, who's now his manager's Tully Blanchard. I didn't know that. That was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to watch it.
Then Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss won those titles from the Iconics.
Yeah.
And
they're still a team, right?
They're still a team.
I'm surprised that is still going on, to be honest.
I like it. They have good chemistry.
I just thought she was going to turn a long time ago.
That's what everyone thought. But I like
it's a good little swerve, though. That's cool.
Sure.
I mean, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. And then we also got to see now the Kabuki Warriors turn heel and defeat Bliss Cross Applesauce, as they refer themselves.
That's a long tag name.
It's great. That's not the official name, but that's
right.
Twitter.
But still.
Yeah. And now the Kabuki Warriors, as of last night, as we mentioned earlier in the show, retained the tag titles and will be going into 2020 most likely champions unless they lose them.
Yeah.
Within the next
We'll
week.
see what happens with
We'll see.
Was it Kairi Sane's injury?
Hopefully. The 24/7 championship came to fruition. I know this is
I
Rob's
knew there was
favorite
another
championship.
title. There you go.
Rob's
belt.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have merch just like the Bray Wyatt belt.
Oh dear.
I mean,
He
merch.
has 24/7
I mean, he does
title
have
merch.
merch. I mean, he pretty much is the one holding the title.
The title was originally presented by Mick Foley.
Yeah.
In the late spring.
And that was a kind of
Titus
a blunder.
O'Neil. Titus O'Neil won the title by grabbing it. who then lost it to Robert Roode.
Wait, was he the first champion?
Mm-hmm.
Titus
He lost
Finale?
it moments later, getting rolled up by Robert Roode.
Imagine winning the title by just grabbing it.
Mm-hmm.
How great is that?
Our Truth then won the title from Roode. I mean, that was the first reign that he had. He now has like 20-something reigns.
I was gonna say, wait, didn't he beat Ric Flair's record? But no, that's Ric Flair's is World Championships. Okay.
Yeah. The title has been defended on a trip to Saudi Arabia or Europe, I think. One of those.
It was
One of the-
right before getting on the airplane, on the airplane.
At a wedding for Drake Maverick.
Mhm.
His adventure throughout the summer was trying to get the title with his wife.
Yeah. What is that? What's happened to that story?
Never consummated his marriage. He's been on SmackDown now, losing to Elias and Dana Brooke. So
Dana Brooke's still over. That's
Dana Brooke got a match against Bayley last week. She lost, but she used a Batista bomb during the match.
There you go. She single-handedly got Batista into the Hall of Fame.
There you go. She did it all herself.
Yeah, she did. She got him over.
The Intercontinental Championship got a redesign.
I'm not happy about it.
It's a beautiful championship.
It looks okay.
But it's great.
It looks okay.
Shinsuke Nakamura is your champion.
It
Good
looks
for him.
okay.
2 titles were stolen this year.
Yes.
One of them, at least,
facts.
we don't know where that's still at.
We don't
It
know.
could be still missing.
Who steals the belt from Walter, though? He's
The
too big of a dude.
The AEW Championship, Jericho left it. He went to go eat at a steakhouse, left it in the limousine, disappeared. They found it. Walter lost his title just a couple weeks ago. The UK title is missing somewhere. Ronda Rousey retired, possibly?
No.
No, it's not, but
She's taking a
she
break.
retired. Yeah. Total Divas. She announced she was leaving, but she said never say never, so
Oh, really?
she could be back.
She said all that on Total Divas?
Mm-hmm. It's the #1 show of wrestling. You're gonna watch it.
Lord, I don't believe that.
SmackDown went to Fox.
That might be
deal.
the biggest.
That's a huge
thing.
that was $1 billion
That might be $1 billion.
That was $1 billion deal.
It's a lot of money. More than we'll all make in the rest of our life. Combined.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Gotta keep it positive.
We'll see what happens within the next 100 episodes of this show.
The man Becky Lynch rose to fame.
Yes, she did. That was one of my top moments.
Won the Raw Women's Championship and SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. And
after winning the Royal Rumble in January.
Correct. After she cheated her way in, I still think that was a
You don't gotta bury her now.
She cheated her way in.
How did she cheat her way in?
She wasn't in the match. She took Carmella's spot.
Oh, that's right. When she did not go.
Finley put her in the match. He has no legal authority to add her to the match.
Yeah, but who's gonna tell Finley no?
Well, the boss could, but whatever.
Finley will beat him up too.
Mm-hmm. He'll be fired again. He got fired once before.
Then he came back because he threatened him with the shillelagh.
No, yeah, I think he's likable. No, he likes him. But
Finley's a good dude.
anyways, Kofi Mania.
Yes, yeah, that was my other top moment.
That was like the first half. That was Kofi's moment right there.
A big moment for the African American community in terms of wrestling fans. We don't have a lot of world champions that are African American. So for Kofi Kingston, who has been there for so many years, to have him be that guy, it meant a lot. So
absolutely,
I think that is definitely a big deal. I think the Rock has at least half African American, I believe. I don't know the percentages, but to have Kofi Kingston, who started off with humble beginnings, with the African gimmick, it's come a long way. Jamaican, African. Yeah. We're just happy somebody of color is holding the title. But
he also recently surpassed 1,000 days as a tag team champion, making him the most days as tag team champion.
In a single run, or just in general?
In general.
Oh,
yes,
really?
Yeah, longest, over 1,000 days.
It's almost like he just got a new contract or something. Like he deserves a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like he got a 5-year deal. He just signed
within the last few hours.
Yeah, for sure.
How about that?
He also lost the title, unfortunately, when the new Fox deal came in. So
in 5 seconds. But
8 seconds. He mentioned last week it was 8 seconds.
Okay. But that's not. He didn't set a record though. For the record,
I don't think
that
so.
wasn't.
Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse.
That is kind of taking it by. Yeah.
That
a lot of people.
Everyone by storm.
For a gimmick that a lot of people, or for a wrestler that a lot of people thought wasn't going to be around not be around for very long, but it didn't look like he was gonna.
It wasn't looking good for him.
It was
at the beginning of the year.
It really wasn't. Not even at the beginning of the year. The last few years.
Well, especially he wasn't even on TV in the beginning of the year.
That's insane.
Well, big turnaround. He is now Universal Champion, and he is.
He has his own belt. He's pulling out people's hairs coming from out of the ring.
He's got his own show on the little program, Firefly.
He has an
Funhouse.
alter ego.
He's stalking people, stalking families. He's doing well for himself. The biggest shocker probably of the
And
year.
he hasn't been arrested once.
No.
Impressive.
Pro wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
CM Punk returned to WWE.
Yeah, there's
backstage.
a lot of good. That's a big story too.
It's a big story. Unfortunately, not in the ring, but they're always.
Oh,
2020?
he's already like considered the second favorite to win the Rumble,
Oh, dear.
depending on who you ask on the
Well,
internet.
we'll see. John Morrison, as we mentioned,
Yes.
made his comeback.
Mhm.
When he's going to return exactly, we don't know,
Who knows?
but we'll see. Seth Rollins defeated Brock Lesnar twice
Yeah.
to become the Universal Champion at WrestleMania and SummerSlam, and then turned heel just a couple weeks ago.
I wonder how many
Last week.
people can actually say that
No
Brock, that have beaten Brock twice in a year, let alone beat him in 2 of the top 4 pay-per-views.
No one.
So
That's Seth.
I
Not
mean-
even Roman.
yeah, say what you want about Seth, but
He's now heel with
Yeah.
the AOP, and NXT became the 3rd brand this year.
NXT, yeah. I mean,
And
well,
they were already
but-
kind of 3rd brand, but they officially moved to network television.
Yeah,
USA
that's true.
Network. They got 2 hours. They are now holding down the ground for WWE, competing against AEW,
Yep.
including tying in the ratings last week. And they're going to have a stacked card this week, and perhaps some of the best things to ever happen in 2019.
Right,
Bret Hart
NXT.
was attacked by a fan in the Hall of Fame speech he gave.
Yeah, that wasn't the best start to the year, but he bounced back strong and helped boost the ratings for AEW.
Well, I don't know about that, but
he single-handedly did.
the Undisputed Era has single-handedly been carrying pro wrestling.
Lord.
They won Survivor Series. They have all the gold,
Yeah,
and they're going to have all the gold to end the year because Adam Cole's retaining that title. I love Finn Balor, but he's retaining that title. And those guys are single-handedly the greatest thing to ever happen in pro wrestling history.
In NXT, maybe.
They're shocking the system right here.
Oh, Lord.
And
Let him have his moment.
looking forward to 2020. What do you guys have? We have BTR Lightning, which is my spin-off happening on Instagram stories. We have the BTR Fantasy League. Which
That
we're gonna
started
kick off.
the lightning.
Not
yet.
yet, 2020.
Okay. You're just teasing it.
We have
Okay.
the documentary I'm starting.
There you got the documentary. Putting a lot on your plate here.
Yes, I'm
You gotta
putting a
hold
lot of
yourself to
pressure.
it.
I know.
I think that's my buddy Sean who just checked in on Periscope. Hey
Thank you.
Sean, how you doing?
What do we hope for Beyond the Ropes? We're 102 episodes
I was
in.
gonna say-
We're wrapping up the show here.
I was gonna say we're gonna go for another 100 episodes, but I don't think it's possible to do 100 episodes in a year, right? No, there's
If we
not
were doing
100
two-
weeks.
If we
yeah,
were doing
there's
two shows a year, maybe, but yeah, I mean, we'll hit maybe 150 for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely try and do some different things this year or in 2020. We kind of teased the Twitch thing that didn't go very well.
No, we'll figure that out.
We'll figure it out, or we might just do it right here on Periscope. I think Periscope went pretty well.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
we can try that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. It's hard to really ever predict anything on
Rob, do you have any?
in the pro wrestling industry.
2020?
It's kind of hard, just in general.
No, you.
A new camera or something new for the YouTube channel, anything like
What
that.
do we got? Yeah, we got to innovate. We always got to innovate the show. We'll see what happens. We've got some time to think about it.
Yes, we do.
2020 just starts in like 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we got some
yeah.
time. Yeah,
No,
2
we
weeks.
we don't just do it all right away.
Oh yeah,
But some.
of course.
Pro wrestling is looking good, better than ever. I
Oh
think.
yes, it does. I mean, you know,
So much
pro
content to
wrestling has
watch.
always had a pulse, but that heart's beating pretty fast right now.
Mhm.
So
My predictions in 2020. Let's predict some champions.
okay, just so you
Universal champion. Who do you predict?
Who will hold the Universal Championship
In
at some
2020.
point this year?
2020. Who do you predict?
The Universal Champion is on Raw
Yes. SmackDown now.
or SmackDown,
Sorry.
and Kofi's on SmackDown. I
Yes.
think Kofi wins it again at some point,
Roman's gonna win.
even for a little bit.
Roman's winning that title. back.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb actually and say John Cena will win it this year.
I know, Rob. Not
No, wait. Actually, wait. Maybe I'll take that back. Because if he's not gonna win it at WrestleMania, that's a be a WrestleMania thing. If he has it,
We'll see.
John Cena's gonna come back and win the Royal Rumble,
Oh no!
and then he's gonna win the belt.
Oh no.
Don't put that on us. No. No.
Why not?
NXT's gonna have a presence at WrestleMania.
Oh, of
Confirmed.
course.
Who's gonna be in that match?
Who's gonna be the WrestleMania match for NXT? Well, it's not gonna be Finn Balor and Adam Cole.
No. Could be Adam Cole.
I think
and-
Adam Cole drops the belt at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Wait, do we know for sure? So are they not doing a takeover show?
They are doing a takeover show. They are.
How are they gonna pull that off?
I don't know.
What if the whole club faces Undisputed Era?
Oh, that would be a good one.
That'd be a good one. Look at it over here. Fantasy booking Rob. Rob's been quiet the whole show, and he comes out and goes, BAM!
That's it. You can't be topped. Undisputed Era on the club, on the OC. Let's do it.
Who wins, though?
Undisputed Era.
Oh, Lord.
Come on. You gotta shock the system.
Oh, Jesus.
Only if someone betrays the club.
I think we'll see Velveteen Dream come back, and he
Yes,
needs he'll get the NXT title.
Probably. Yeah, probably gonna lose to
Keith
sometime, I
Lee
guess.
or
He can have it all year. I don't care.
Keith Lee or Velveteen Dream will win the championship this year.
They're gonna win something for sure. I agree.
They're gonna win the NXT championship this year.
They're gonna win maybe a consolation prize.
No, they're gonna.
They
One
can
of
win.
them is gonna pin Adam Cole. 1, 2, 3.
Velveteen Dream can win the Cruiserweight Championship. That's held by Angel Garza, by the way. He won the title last week.
They're not gonna put Velveteen Dream
He
on
promotes the
205.
division big time though.
So,
Wait, what? Oh, you already said it.
we're out of time. We've gone over time here.
Oh, sad.
Jeez. All right. Well, we're wrapping up here. Rob's got to do his show.
Yep.
I don't think we can stick around, so
Yeah, I won't be able to stick around.
unfortunately, we got to wrap it up.
Can you just
But-
play this one back?
Honestly, you should.
Can you do that?
However, this is going to close it out for us. Phenomenal 2019 for us.
Yes, it was.
Added James. We went 3 hours. Or not 3
I was
hours.
like, geez, we did.
I know.
This ain't raw.
We've gone 2 hours a number of times.
Yes, we have.
We hit 100 episodes.
At what point can we do 3 hours? No,
I don't think it's possible.
I'd need like a nap. I would need like a snack station.
For sure. So, anyways, before we get kicked off the air, this is it for us.
Oh, here they come.
No,
I'm
they
kidding.
go
I'm
through
kidding.
the door.
Oh, here they come.
All right.
Here they come.
So thank you for an amazing 2019. Everybody throw it up. We are, of
Yep.
course, the NWO
There it is.
of Pro Wrestling Talk.
There it is.
We are BTR, and this year and this episode has been undisputed.
No.
Baby.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, y'all.
Bye.
And we will pass too by then.
And Happy New Year and Feliz Navidad and
Happy Kwanzaa.
and Hanukkah? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And Happy Festivus.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
thing.
Bye.
Yeah. All right, bye. We're done. Here they come.